start this thing. All right. Welcome to my Bay Area besties on Zoom. Just flip the switch to go live on YouTube to our 700 worldwide subscribers. And if the algorithm has just dropped you off and you're wondering what's going on, yoga for everybody, yoga on a cushion, restorative yoga, what's not to like. Stick around, feel a little better than when you started. That's my advice. My name is Greg. I'm simulcasting from the Bay Area of California. I've taught here for 25 years, had a yoga studio. Many friends come to live classes. It's great to see them. But 2026, this is my message to the world. I want to live a bold, daring, and adventuresome year, and I'm going to push it harder than I ever have in my life. So much so, I'm going to trim off the tags on my blue cushion that says, if you trim these off, you're going to jail. So this is how bold I'm going to be in 2026. Ah, take that. Enough inhibitions and restrictions. Anyway, if you wonder what this blue cushion is, I've given them to my friends in the Bay Area, and it's just a great way to do restorative yoga that I think heals joints. And if you happen to be over 50 or approaching it, stiffness, soreness, congestion of joints, this thing it's a game changer. Let's chant Om to get started. Enough yakking. Nice big inhale. Peace on earth, goodwill to all beings everywhere, always, of all persuasions. May we all get exactly what we need tonight. I'm feeling a little edgy about cutting those tags off. I think I hear a helicopter. Just kidding. Anyway, just 10 minutes of joint juice, maybe 5. Shoulders, 1. If you're brand new, joint juice is another name for yoga vayama. It means breaking up congestion, just getting a little bit of movement. 6, 7, 8. Other way, if you happen to be watching for the first time, like and subscribe. We're a channel devoted toward living your best life now and finding your true place where we fit into the scheme of things with maximal joy, harmony, and bliss. And that is the great adventure of living, isn't it? Sometimes we miss the mark, but with enough yoga, we'll get better. Inhale up. Oops, hit my drum kit. By the way, I'm simulcasting from my tiny room abode in Concord, California. My next location is going to be a gigantic yoga mansion in Thailand and then one in Costa Rica. But for the meantime, this is where I'm at and I love it. It's got everything I need. 2 drum kits, big black cat, refrigerator, coffee maker, blue yoga mat, my friends. My life is an embarrassment of riches. And out. Good start. Neck. 1. It's a good thing to do before you do the restorative yoga because then you can extra super relax. 4, 5, 6 will be sufficient tonight. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax your head down for 15 seconds. Close your eyes. Contemplate your navel. And by all means, stop thinking. It's the most amazing thing. You can just shut your brain off and be in the blissful, pristine presence of the infinite, moment to moment for eternity. That's pretty good. All right. Now, If you're watching on YouTube, all my Bay Area friends are wildly flexible and amazing specimens, but you might be crispy in Cleveland or atrophied in Atlanta. So I know forward folding might be a big challenge. You can always put something in front and just go like that. But of course, if you clamshell all the way down, I'm not going to stop you. But we're not going to force it tonight. It's Thursday night restorative yoga. I like to rest my head and relax my arms out. And in yin restorative yoga, we take time. We might do this for a minute. Sometimes I'll bob and weave a little side to side because it makes me feel like I'm being rocked. We all like being rocked and held and nurtured. We need that. Maybe you didn't get enough when you were a little kid. We can reparent ourselves and take good care of ourselves. Be still. I notice after I sit like this for half a minute, my shoulders will actually drop down and they'll spread across my upper back, and there'll be a deep relax or a release around my neck, back, and shoulders. I tend to hold a lot there. Many humans do. Inhale, look forward if that makes sense. Exhale, deepen in a little more. No rush, no hurry to get to the next better thing. Good. And come on up. It doesn't take much to get us in the right, to get in the mood, so to speak. Okay, now I'm just going to put my hands behind me. All I'm going to do is just escalate my buns up. Most adult Western American types, they sit in chairs and they never stretch the front of their body. This becomes concrete. So we'll loosen it up a bit. I can just lift up average. I'm just another bozo. If you're a circus performer, have fun and come on down. But it's kind of nice to just be doing it in your own living room without comparing yourself. Unless you're doing it with your mate, then definitely do it better than them. Now, if your hands don't reach down to the floor and stretch like this, if you're brand new and it's like, what? Then you just take your hands and you put them behind you with your thumbs on the outside. See how my elbows and wrists are bending? Do that instead. Same stretch, but accessible. This is my profession. I'll give you a lot of options. Takes a lot of people a while to get down into their hands. Drop your chin, close your eyes. We hold so much tension in our wrists and forearms, it's astonishing. It turns to gristle, it ossifies. And when our body ossifies, our mind ossifies, it petrifies. And then all we can do is keep thinking the same thought over and over again and keep doing the same thing over and over again. And it's just no fun anymore. That's why people leave their bodies. And as long as we're going to be in this one, let's enjoy it, shall we? Good. Now, we can't just stretch our wrists like this. We've got to stretch them like that. We can do that. Go like this, 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 this. I've been teaching this stuff for since the turn of the century, and I always warm up with this stuff every single day. I just turned 90 years old. I look fabulous. Good. Now, arms behind my back, up my back. Now, if you're crispy in Cleveland, the back of your hands are not going in your armpits. You're like not there yet. Just keep going. Get a little better every day. If you can, bring your feeties together. Put your elbows inside your knees. Drop your chin and squeeze your elbows together. Try to find a nice middle ground of sensation. This is yin yoga in the direction of restorative yoga. Good. Now from here, take your elbows out, let your knees fall. And I know if you're very tight, I have students in the Bay Area, they're really trying, but their knees are up and they're really way back. Just support yourself. After a while, your groins, this will really start to open up. I like to shake them out a little bit, stir things up a little, but then throw this one in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I've been doing yoga for 50 years, but drumming for 3.5 years. I'm approaching beginner intermediate, and sure, I'm glad I've kept my hands and my fingers and my wrists lively, because you got to go fast, man. Buddy Rich, 200 beats per minute. Shake your hands out. It's interesting starting pursuits later in life. All of you are very good at something, and it's just interesting to start a deep, committed pursuit of something later in life just to see how you can do. Shake your hands up and down at something new you might. What do you want to learn? Western line dancing? Do you want to become a pilot? Do you want to go golfing? Do you want to go kayaking? There's just pick up something new and just start from the start. Be a ridiculous, foolish beginner. It is so good for your brain, and it's monstrous for your ego. It just destroys it, which is great. Cup your hands at your heart. Close your eyes. We are calm and peaceful souls. Good. That's about enough of that. That's pretty good. We got warmed up. Now, I'm showing from the side today, I've decided. Cats and cows, ups and downs. Everybody knows cats. You can't not know cats and cows. It's built into the wiring, ups and downs. Now, this is okay on concrete or dirt or asphalt or glass, but I'll tell you, you do this on a blue cushion, you are golden. Up there, those tags that I cut off, still kind of worried about that. Up and down. Now, here's the cool thing about this. By the way, if you're watching this in Zimbabwe or Thailand, go get on your bed. Just take your laptop in your bedroom, get on your bed. I'm taking my knees out wider. Now, if you're very tight, your booty is not going to go back very far. It'll stop about here. Then you can lay on a cushion or a blanket. I'm going to come to my left ear, and I'm just going to lay it out in child's pose. And now, here's the option for stiffies. Stiffies is a term of endearment for me. I put a cush here, and I go like, oh, OMG. Knees wide, sinking in, memory foam. They call it memory foam because this thing takes your bad memories away. It soaks them up. 2 minutes. Let the yin begin. Don't just do something, lie there. If you're brand new, make it a little easier on yourself. Maybe spend a little less time. All my Bay Area friends can really relax for minutes in this because they've been doing it with me for a long time. They're very smart. Good. Now I'm going over to my other ear, as you might imagine. Oh, beautiful restorative neck stretch. I like how my ankles and my knees are opening up, and that brings my bum down. Releases your lower back, opens your hips, releases your spine. Okay, big inhale together. Exhale and let it go. Okay, now I'm going to push myself up. And I know if you're tight, desperate in Dallas and it's hard to kneel, to stand on your knees like this. That's why this can really help. If you can't do it, just do something else. But if you can do this with your knees wide and your feet back here, if you can get your hands behind you and then just rocket your pelvis up. And this again is the great atrophied, petrified, ossified area of most Western American adults. So we're going to recapture and recultivate our hips again. Lift up. Little goes a long way. Good. Now from here, I'm going to move this out of the way temporary like. All I'm going to do is I'm going to come down and I'm going to slide my knees out. So my booty's all the way down. My feet are together. See that? See how my feet are together? I'm clapping my feet. This is pretty stretchy. If you're brand new, you may not be able to get crotch down, so to speak. But I'll tell you on the blue cushion. Now, what's interesting, a deeper stretch here is feet together. I just bring my feet down and push my inner ankle bones down. Don't worry if you can't do it. And contortionists can keep going another 90 degrees. But in this pose, I'm supported on my elbows. My chest is my spine's in extension, meaning a little bit of a back bend. What I'm waiting for is the front of my hips and my groins to release a little bit. You might be up here, but whatever it is, it's yin restorative. You're not necessarily going to be enamored of every position, but everyone, when you add them all up together, it's the synergy of all of them together. Most people never stretch this. It just turns into heck in a handbasket. Okay, good. Now, from here, I made up a little sequence. If you've been doing Blue Cloud Yoga with me for a while, you know this. It's probably the friskiest part of Thursday night yoga, and it's not that frisky, but it's 3 or 4 of the most important bodily positions known to man. In other words, there are 5 basics, and 3 or 4 of them are in this sequence. So if you can do it, this is going to serve you, and it's really good on the magic surface. So I'm crawling forward. Crawling's good. My knees are as wide as my hips, and I'm right here. I'm folding my toes under, and the number one, tied for first, most important yoga pose, squat. Squat does everything. It's our original yoga pose. It's fetal position. It's the ability to get small and compact. It's the ability to sink your weight down. And frankly, Most people over 50 can't squat anymore. So they have tight feet, ankles, knees, and hips. So this, I'd actually stop doing this because of a meniscus thing, but I note on this thing, the way that the weight disperses, I can sink deeply into my ankles and I get this big stretch of my calves. Now, what's interesting is that because my butt's not on the floor, I'm not a very deep squatter. I'm perfectly average, but I can drop onto the blue cushion without my airbag going off. And then I can stretch my legs out. That's a cool movement. If you're 20, that's nothing, man. But if you're 50 or 60, that is something. Hands and feet in. This is one of the 5 great movements, bridge pose. Lift your bum. Get it up. I promise feel good yoga after this. Now from here, it just booty comes down, feet come in as far as they can, slide your buns forward. This is the hardest part. Just getting over your, supporting yourself on your hands, bringing your buns forward. If you're desperate in Dallas, crispy in Cleveland, atrophied in Atlanta, you just, oh, I can lift again a little, but you try to get all the way over. It's a challenge for me because I don't have bendy toes, but they're getting bendy again. See how my ankles are in dorsiflexion? Little kids love to sit on their folded toes, adults don't. So if you do this on this cushion, this is going to open up your sciatic nerve that goes all the way down. And when this nerve that goes down into your lower body is kept long, healthy, stretchy, vital, and open, your life is going to be so much better. Oh my God, it's my drumsticks. Couldn't help myself because that distracted me from the horrible pain in my toes because not a big fan of this. But I have to do this every day. Otherwise, I'm not happy with myself. Good. Now, back onto our hands and our knees. Just a couple cats and cows. We're going to do the yummiest restorative yoga, but if you're going to do blue cloud yoga, you've got to be able to do this because of the benefits. Now, watch this. Knees slide out wide. Bum comes down. Really flat pancake. Good. Pulling my hands in. One more time. Come slightly forward. Knees and feet hip distance apart. Toes folded under. Squattasana. Arms out for balance. Arms up as high as you can, way higher than me. Now, my heels almost come down on this blue cushion, and that's Achilles, soleus, deep calf stretch. Keep your feet lively. Good. Now I'm going to sit without my airbag going off. Stretch my legs out. Excellent. Feet in. Lift up. This does, in fact, get your whole body. Good. Now sink down. Feet in as far as you can. I understand if you can't do this, but you will be able to do it next year. Go over your toes. Not my favorite. Ouch. Ouch. Good. Now, this is something I couldn't do a few months ago, but I'm beginning to recapture it with my toes folded under, getting my hands back here and lifting my butt up off of my heels. That's a big stretch for me. I will admit. Good kitty cats. Now, coming forward, mercifully turning my feet over, just smashed my head into my eye. Now with my feet turned over in plantar flexion, again, I'm going to lift up because it's just the best thing to do. Good. Now sink down. Now I'm going to get off my knees. Now from here, go to the couch, get one of the big cushions off the back of your couch, or just get a yoga bolster. They're one of my best friends. And this is, again, the most important sequence that I teach. 50 years of doing yoga, 25 years of teaching it, has synthesized into this sequence. This is really the pièce de résistance. So I put something behind me. I fold my right shin under like that. Again, most adults can't sit this way. Shin folded under, other knee out to the side. I got this, see the cushion behind me? Now, if you're brand new and you can't lean back, welcome to the club. Welcome to a rude awakening. Now, the youngsters, the floppers, the contortionists flop on their back, but this is why I specifically bought 30 of these blue cushions, and I'm giving them to my friends so that we can recapture this range of motion right here. Now, I would not be able to lean back, but the way that the pain is and the sensation is absolved, dispersed, released, dissipated, abated, other words, it allows me to relax and calm down in this position. If you can't go all the way back, give it a week, 2 weeks, a year, a couple lifetimes. This actually feels good to me again. Shoulders relax, lower back releases. After a minute, I can even just bring my arms back up over my head again, and I can stretch my left leg out. I'm not claiming any great yoga powers. This is just another guy doing some yoga, but I'm working at the edge of my capacity, and that's what's profound, not where I am in relation to others, but where I am in relation to myself. If you're just starting or just starting this pose and you do it for a minute and it's like, oh my, you have to get out, your body's screaming, get out every week. Maybe you do it for 30 seconds and then 50 seconds and then a minute and a half. And then you could do it all night. You could put your iPad up on the ceiling. If you're getting into it, direct your breathing focus from chest, belly button, down here. Good, my friends. Now from here, there's a glorious counter pose. I lift up, I put my hands behind me, and the lifting, we do this in a lot of different angles, this getting the quadriceps, hip flexors, abdominal wall to open up again. Good, now I understand if you can't do this, but my arms are up and I'm turning to my right. I'm turning toward the leg that's folded under, and it's sinking the hip in. And then I take my left hand and I grab my right hip and I take my right arm behind me. If you can't lift your hands, you're in the right group. There's great compassion, inclusivity, and opportunity for you. Just this one sequence is going to do more for more people than anything else. Good, now I'm lifting my hands off, turning back, dragging this leg out. Now, when a knee has been folded up for a long time, you want to counter pose. All that means is straighten it out. I'm straightening so much, my heels are lifting. That's a mild little bit of hyperextension, and I'm not a hyperextender. You know who hyperextenders are? When their arm goes out, their elbow bends the wrong way. Some people are just built that way. I am not built that way. Good. Now throw this one in, lift up, even it out. Good. Now sink down. Now again, I've got my bolster behind me. Now my right knee is going out to the side. I'm reaching around, grabbing my left ankle and folding that under. Now when I'm in this pose, I'm tilted over to my right. My left bun is lifted. So I'm just going to let that kind of relax. This is my tighter side. So I'm going to be real patient coming back. I may not even go all the way back. This is not hurt yourself. This is take good care of yourself yoga. But wherever I can get 40% further on this surface because it takes sharp, intense, focused pain and it smooths and disperses it across the whole plane of your nervous system so you can breathe in and relax. There we go. All right, I made it. It's a stretch, but yoga is a stretch. Big stretch. Left quadricep. Left hip is dropping, breathing, moving down to my belly button. Head definitely supported. Maybe you need two bolsters underneath you. About 2 minutes. We preheat this one, 375 degrees, 2 minutes. It's the recipe for bodily bliss. Take your arms back over your head if you're grooving. Hang on for dear life and breathe more deeply if it's sticky. If it's sticky, breathe into it and lubricate it with your breath. Okay, good job. Big inhale. Exhale, let it go. All right. And now I'm coming back up. I like to put my hands on my bolster for the extra lift it gets me. And then this is the Atlas rocket of my hips, plunging moonward. Lift up. Grind your groins up. Good. And come on down. Do you realize how many 40 and 50 and years older people that's all gone? Just gone. Hands up if you can. If you're leaning way to the right, just dying, it'll all be over in a minute. Pause up if you can. I'm turning to my left toward my Murphy bed, and I'm grabbing my left hip and my left ankle. Taking time in these poses, yin yoga goes way deeper, way more than superficial incidental yoga. It goes down to where it matters. Inhale together. Exhale, come on out. Good job. All right, now that left knee was folded, so I'm going to take my heels out beyond the end and just really straighten so hard that my heels lift, my knees push down. It's okay when you're not bearing weight. Then rather than slouchy, miserable posture, perky posture. Arms straight up. Press out through heels of hands and through heels of feet. Stretch your toes open. Good kitty cats. Now release down. Excellent. Good progress on that movement. I love that sequence. Look at me. Look what it's doing for me. It's amazing. You too. You should see my Bay Area friends. Yoga makes you more beautiful, and my Bay Area friends are gorgeous. Okay, now we're going to do pigeon pose. And pigeon pose is a hard pose for most people, but on this surface, I've got a way to get you, if not all the way in, at least partially in, so that you can begin to assimilate the results. So here's what I'm doing. I have a yoga bolster in front of me, like that, because I'm going to need it. Now I'm just sitting cross-legged toward the far front end of my mat. And all I'm going to do, I'm just sticking my right leg out. See that? You can do that. My right leg is sticking out. Now I'm going to lean to the left and I'm going to bring the leg around. For a lot of people that are tight, they're going to get stuck here, but I'm moving it back. Then I get on my hands, and this is where the cushion is invaluable. I stretch my right leg out. There it is behind me. And I fold my toes under, push it back. My left knee is out to the side. Now, if you're very flexible, you don't need a bolster, but I'll tell you what, for yin restorative yoga, just putting this down here where my elbows go and bringing my prayer mitts here. And this is the great, ubiquitous, legendary hip opener, Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Of course, there are wicked variations, but this is great. Front of right hip releasing, right leg stretched out. You can play a little bit with your right foot and press your right heel back. You can come to one ear or the other. 2 minutes. The blue cushion, the blue memory foam will draw the tension, the fear, the anxiety out of your body. Give time. After I relax a little, down comes the chest, down on my left ear. Doesn't this feel better on a soft surface? Whole world's going to be doing this pretty soon. We're at the leading edge. Okay, now we can play a little bit. And by play, I mean goof around, have a little fun, move it around. For me, just to lift my chest up, I'm no acrobat. I cannot lift all the way back and touch my toe to my head. I can lean back a little bit. I can draw my arms in a little. I can sink my belly button down into the bolster. I can lean down into the front of my right hip. I certainly could relax my shoulders. And just to hold it like a hieroglyph for a moment. There's so much comparison in the world nowadays and everything we do, even yoga. It's like, oh my God, look at her or look at him on the cover of Yoga magazine. And it's just the saints and the sages are crying when they see that. Just don't compare yourself to other people. It's so challenging to not do that. Good. I'm getting some nice release deep into my spine. My heart spine is releasing forward. Now, here's another little kind of play. I'm just on my left elbow, kind of turns me toward you to my right. And hey, some people can't bend this no more. Maybe it bends, maybe it doesn't. But I can get in position and I can reach. Now, when I grab this, my hips turn open. That's not optimal, but now I'm turning the front of my right hip down. That's a big stretch for me. Get up on my hand, and this is about as bendy as I get, but for 69 years young, I am digging this. This feels so good. And you know what? I'm going to be able to do this better when I'm 79 and then 89 and then 129. It's going to get better. Good. Now I'm going to release this. Boop. Now, I just twist my hips open to the right, and this right leg conveniently comes sliding back around, much more open down there south of the border. Feels great. Going to put my bolster there for a second. Now, here we are toward the front, legs crossed. All my mat is behind me. Now, I lean over to the right toward you, stick my left leg out. Then here's the hard part for Crispy and Cleveland. You got to take this leg and get it around like in bed. Really helps to be on the cushion. Then I lift my booty, and then as my hips lift, obviously the leg can go behind me. This is all the precursor stuff for when we want to do the splits, Hanuman Asana, front back splits. We'll probably be doing that in 2026 in my active class. But now I got my leg behind, fold my toes under. Now my bolster just lays down, elbows, ecstasy, time, hips drop, right knee opens out to the side, ankles release. Let the foam mat, let the memory foam take the bad memories away. Let those things, that karma, let it be sucked out of us. We don't need it. We are forgiven. I do like to play with folding the left toes under and pushing the heel back and then letting it sink. 2 minutes. For you YouTubers, if you do this kind of yoga once, twice, 3 times a week, you're going to be living in a different body in the new year. If you don't have a blue cushion, you live far away. I'm going to start leaving a link where to get this on Amazon, trifold mattress, $60. But you can always just use your bed. Okay, I'm relaxed. I can come down to my chest. I'm coming down to my right ear, arms down by the side of my body. This cushion's taking my full body weight, which really opens up the hips. Good. Well, now we'll do that little thing called play. You know, when something has play in it, it can move. Play means to move. So I'm lifting up a little. There's an obvious point where it's just not going to go any further. I don't want to jam up. I want to lengthen. I want spinal extension. I want my abdominal wall firm. I want my chest forward, shoulders relaxed, not jacking my head back. And again, most people never stretch this. It's dead. And it doesn't feel good to live in our body anymore, which is sad because God designed our bodies to be shod with winged shoes. Now, if you want to play a little more, right elbow in front, bend this knee. If you could just bend this, that's just way far ahead of the game. People have no idea. Then I reach back. It's a stretch. Grab my foot up on my right hand, and this is what I can do. And if I do the possible, God will do the impossible. If I don't do the possible, then God can't really help me. So that's the covenant. We do the possible, God does the impossible. If you don't like religious language, you got to do what you can, otherwise you lose it. Good, now I'm releasing that thing, smash, and I bring my leg out slowly. Oh, oh, I feel like $100 after that. Now, now we're going to do 7 minutes of pure restorative yoga, and we're going to build something. Remember the movie Field of Dreams? If you build it, they will come. So this is the one for building, and then the relaxation will arrive. So my knees are going to go over this. We're going to build waterfall restorative shavasana. That just involves two more things. It involves a big blanket roll and a small one. There's the small one that goes underneath my neck. Now the larger one, I just fold it up so it's a slightly thicker burrito. Okay. Now, why am I putting it here? It's going to go underneath my bra strap. So I'm going to have something underneath my neck, my heart, and my knees. And it looks like this. That goes there. Now I want to be very accurate about my bra strap. Right there. Right there. That squeezes my arms to the side. And then Christmas gifts off to the side here. All right, and then arms wherever you like them. But this allows the neck to be supported, heart spine opens, lower back releases, knees over the bolster. Dim the lights, cue the violins, drop your jaw, close your eyes. If you got no blankets, but you got something soft, I mean, you could do this on your bed. It would be great. Anyway, we're doing pure restorative corpse pose. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Enjoy. You'll get more healing in 5 minutes of doing this than 50 hours of tossing and turning in so-called sleep. If you just let go. I think of this as the body melting, as taffy melting over a surface and shaping itself to fit. There we go. I had to make an adjustment. I didn't have the heart blanket in quite the right place, so I made that little teeny movement and it was heavenly. Well, I could do this for about 15 hours, but there's my voice. Take your time, no rush. Just begin to breathe back. You've just done a solid for yourself. You've done a really good favor for your psyche, soul, and nervous system. Breathe back into your skin, nice and slow. Good. Now we're mostly back in our bod, so we'll wiggle our fingers and toes, circulate, feel good around our body. That's a real ritual of mine. I think we can absolutely conjure the highest thoughts, and those thoughts translate into actual neurotransmitters, endorphins, serotonin, other good chemicals, and we swish it through our body, and it really, it really works. Good. Now slowly curl onto your side. Take your time. Take your time, especially since there's a blanket underneath your heart. Take your time getting on your side in fetal position. Now, my Bay Area friends know that I always say this in fetal position because I'd like to communicate this message. Love all over yourself. Let's get over that hideous virus of self-loathing, and that's got to go. Even love your quirks and foibles and character defects. We're going to clean them up. We're trying, but if we can't love ourselves the way we are, then we're never going to be able to love anything. Love means overcoming all of that. Good. Now we're going to sit up nice and slow with our eyes closed. Group of friends in the Bay Area, friends around the world, hundreds, soon thousands gathered together in the purpose of connection at the heart. Hands to the heart, drop the head, close your eyes. Feel in, find your inner sanctum. And I truly do mean all the way around the world that if you go into you and I go deep into me and we go deep into we come to the same place together. And if anything is going to heal this planet, it is exactly that. And then all together we say, Namaste. I love Blue Cloud Restorative Yoga. It comes around once every 168 hours, except the new Sunday class at 11 a.m. as well. It's on the website, upwardspiralyoga.com. That's my website, Upward Spiral Yoga, and it has the Zoom link. Sundays at 11 a.m. we do the same class. They all get stored on the YouTube channel. Thanks for liking and subscribing. It makes a big difference. All of us can make a little movement every day toward bringing more healing to the planet. So YouTubers, take care. See you guys next time.